Right. According to OBS we are live, according to YouTube we are live, we are good. Alright. Good evening everybody. Welcome to a live stream. I was supposed to do it 2:30, but settings were, well, wrong. I'm doing a double check of the settings right now. It is set to public in terms of privacy. That was the main issue last time. We'll put it that way. It was definitely an issue in terms of the visibility. Yeah, visibility. That's the word. So yeah, alright, let's crack on. You join me here, it is the 30th of June 1994 apparently. We are here at the Berlin-Spandau depot. This is the purple, surrounded by beige and a random airport bus. So I'm tempted to be painted into orange, we all know where that's going. But yeah. We have here the wonderful MAN EN92 NL202. Turn the music down just a tad bit more. Excuse me. Yes, in Valley Flyer livery. Roughly accurate. The seat moquettes, to be honest, they're outdated. I just needed something. The images aren't very good. But if that's all you can manage. That's all you can manage. There have been a few changes, not really on change on the inside apart from fleet number 608. It was just what it was. I did tweak them. Yeah. You'll be able to hear one of the changes when I turn on the electrics. And we have that wonderful sound, which happens to be a Motorola radio startup. Get the thing running, because I don't know what air pressure we have. We are planning on doing one of the day, at least two of the day runs, one of the night runs. KB buses are here. G'day KB buses, thanks for joining. What am I missing? I've missed something in here. No, I haven't. Oh no, I did, yes. Clear that. That was the bus stop chime. We plan to do, let's have a look, what have we got? U-Bahnhof 11 1810. I might actually be able to make that. That is 1810 to 1842. I should be able to. You guys won't be able to see this unless I think I might be able to. If I capture third-party overlay, does that show up? No, it doesn't. Never did. Never did. Never will. Turn that off anyway. But we will get a move on to our starting point, which will be one off 11. I believe it's how at least how I'm going to start. Not fluent is the German. Done a great job with the V-skin, annoying how there isn't many left-hand traffic buses in OMSI that are used in NZ. Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. I think there's the Enviro 200, albeit it is KMB spec, so Berliner, I think, as well as the Enviro 500s. But they're all built to Chinese spec and full of Chinese writing and never really any good to use. They're okay, but they've got problems in terms of build quality and how authentic they are. Which is one of the reasons why I reluctantly decided I'd choose a left-hand drive bus, was basically because generally better built and more maps for it as well. I'm already encountering power that can't merge. Is he gonna change lane? No, he's just slowing down. Hopefully we can get to Auckland without any issues. Sorry if it's a while in between reading chat. I don't want to crash, so I've decided I won't read it while I'm driving. I'm thinking of making a map 318 Metro. Very nice. We'll have to mount my own buses for it. Yeah. if you wanted to be authentic and properly right-hand drive, I guess it's the only way. I guess you could get away with the Enviro 200. Don't know how easy it's going to be to repaint. I do know that this would have been probably about 3 years ago, maybe or so. I was actually chatting to who was it? It was I think it was Way Good Otis from YouTube, and he was at the time looking at making a Wellington-based map, and he actually had some. I think it was a MAN 17.223, a bit of a exterior already modelled. I don't think it got any further than that though. But there was, there was made a start. And I think there was also a Hino RK as well. But that's a few years ago now, and I don't think anything's happened since then, sadly. yeah, 17.222 are very, very, very good buses. You know, personally they're not my favourite, but you know, each to their own. But I do know a lot of drivers quite like them over sometimes even the Scania K280s and stuff, because I know a few drivers didn't like how far the let me just stop and read this. Yeah, basically a few drivers didn't like how far the K280 seat wouldn't go back as far as they would like, especially for those longer legs. But the apparently the 17.223s are pretty looking good for leg room. Depending on what one you get, they can have a bit of them. Oh, what have we got here? Sheesh. Dash out in front of the road, kid. But yeah, they're pretty good buses. Certainly that's all that's really left in Wellington of the MANs. You know, you'll find a lot of I think the Redbus, ex-Redbus ones, and, you know, maybe the some of the 1300s, but not much else other than that. The 900s all sold, the 600s and 700s all gone. Hopefully one is preserved. I've got ready to move. It's 1354 and 1353. Oh yeah. Also the EN92 reminds of SL242. Is this just me? Might be. I don't know. It depends. How does it remind you of SL242? In what way? Bodywork, right. Yes. Yeah, it certainly has that kind of Coachwork International kind of vibe to it. It's just very simplistic. I don't know, it's simplistic or whatever it is. It certainly just has that kind of vibe to it, yeah. Mad. Let's find a place to pull over so I can check. When I'm actually due on this run, let's have a look. 130 was it 137? No, it was 130. one at 40 and one at 50. I think I'll go for the one at 50. Come on, hop into reverse. There we go. Much better. Sometimes this bus has a bit of fun trying to get into reverse. Probably get popped out here. I live in the Wellington region, and I swear to God, hand on heart, I have never been on a trolley bus, and I have been, ever since they got moved, I've been kind of wishing I had. It's a bit of a disappointment. I never really got round to getting on one. I haven't even been on the refurbished one, which is 361. It's because it's been doing the airport flyer. It has the fares are a bit too much, and I can't really be bothered paying the fare. Quite a nice livery. Better than the patchwork they've got together. They've got on the buses now. It's growing on me, the metallic livery, but it still looks really odd with the fully yellow front, and it just ends at the side and looks like a 3-year-old kind of design, the transition from front to side. It's a very strange livery. But I guess with I think a few things are broken in game. The game's having one of those days. Oh dear. Yep, it's having one of those days. I think like any livery though, it just takes time for people to get used to it. I remember when they first showed off the metallic livery, a lot of people called it, you know, Vomitron, Messlink. You know, Messlink's just a general name for metallic at the moment, but it's often referred to as Vomitron green. And, yeah, but I guess that could apply to, well, any repaint. You know, you look at Stagecoach, and that, you know, was replaced by Go Wellington's yellow and black and Valley Flyers purple and orange. You know, a lot of people probably were rather confused at why it looked so strange, but I guess people just had to adapt. So what old Auckland buses, Wellington and in Auckland, yeah, especially when they had to ship down a lot of the 6 and 700s. It was mainly 700s actually, from Auckland to fill in after the trolleys got replaced. And we have a red light away. Yeah. Got a lot more old buses down here now. We're just all waiting on NZ Bus to be sold and eventually get new ones. Just a AT Metro. Yeah, it probably just took a lot of getting used to going. I guess I'm not an Aucklander, but I had seen the Metro livery, and the colour scheme was definitely similar, at least to my eyes. But I can see why a lot of people wouldn't want that, and especially, you know, especially Birkenhead Transport, you know, they didn't want to go to AT Metro. They wanted to stick with their livery. I could have taken over that. in the E92 to Stagecoach, but it's just a pain redlining. Yeah. I tried to do a Stagecoach repaint quite a long while ago. I didn't know much about repainting them, but the stripes for me were the biggest pain in the neck, especially at the back of the bus. It was like, I think at that point I just gave up. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame Birkenhead had to decide to end its ops, and Richie's bought it. Goddamn Richie's. But we have, let's get this schedule set up first. I have 7.3 minutes. So I am going to be back in just a sec. Alright, hopefully the schedule has fast forwarded properly, so we can get cracking. I don't think there's an extreme delay for you. It's probably just how YouTube operates. You know, they have certain delays on things, and even when I test chat, there's always a delay. Let's quickly get this. Okay, let's disconnect from that Discord. Here we go. Don't come this way, people. Up here.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Hallo. Eine Karte für eine Kurzstrecke bitte. Hallo.
Schön.
Hallo.
Eine Fahrkarte bitte.
Hallo.
Ja. Dankeschön.
Einmal
Hallo.
normal, bitte. Dankeschön.
Ich hätte gern einen normalen Fahrschein.
Ich hätte gerne einmal Schüler.
There's a train due. soon. Where is it? No, okay, never mind, maybe it's not. I thought that was for the trains. So what's your next movie you want to make, please? I have just drink. I have a Mana Coach Services one sitting around gathering dust, pretty much. But it is there and it's partially done. I don't have CMOK images, but that would hopefully be the next one I can finish. After that, I should be able to get on with a Go Wellington one. After that, don't know, but I had inklings in my mind I might get an 80 Metroid one done, maybe. Other than that, I can't really, I can't really think too much into the future. Whatever happens, happens. God, this game is, is toast. All the cars are glitched out. Oh, there we go. It's there. Need to focus on the road, not the chat. Mana E200 at Waikiki, very nice. I think I never really caught Mana much. I think I have been in their XLVs or whatever they got, E200 XLVs, I think is what they got, down here. I've been in them, they're not bad. Those are not wild streams. Not in a while. Eventually I just got around to doing clean installs nowadays. I used to have OMSI back to the guns, but with mods and stuff, but I've decided I won't be running too much anymore. It takes too long to load. But I will do a revalidation. That should be sorted for next time.
Hallo.
Einmal normal bitte.
Hallo.
Fahrschein,
Einmal Kurzstrecke.
Fahrschein, Oops, 230. Got a bit ahead of myself with that ticket. 2.9 minutes. I'm gonna wait here till we hit 3.1. It's not an NZ bus trip unless you're late. There we go. Much more like it. Yeah. OMSI 2 is basically just a changed up OMSI 1 with better support for bendy buses, obviously. But yeah, we do need OMSI 3. There is Lotus is being developed. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up getting it though. It's just there's still developments. But it is supposed to be trains, trams, buses, I think even ferries, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be this whole transport simulator thing. seems to only be affecting the Trabants. Usually other vehicles have it as well. The N92 probably have it up too. Yeah, I had a few issues last time, I wasn't too sure. It's odd, sometimes it has issues, sometimes it doesn't.
Guten Tag.
Good afternoon.
Einen normalen Fahrschein bitte.
Fahrschein, you're paying with A10.
Danke.
You're welcome.
Einmal Kurzstrecke.
Kurzstrecke. Competing with train sim. You have to get my mates to pull their engine stuff to it. Ah! So I think it's supposed to be this Lotus should be easier than what it used to be to build stuff. Well, I may be thinking of another game entirely. The sun's out again. Oh no, it's on the other side of that thing. Is that where the hell is the sun? Where's the sun? Where's the damn sun? Oh, it's over there. Oh, it's an annoying spot the blind can't cover. Yeah, I think it'll probably end up trying to compete with Train Sim. But I think the idea that they were going with the Lotus is to have modules, I think is how they defined it, and you'd have to pay for, like, you pay for the base game, you'd have to pay to get the module for, you know, trains or something like that, or ferries. You have to pay for certain modules. It wouldn't be base things, but you'd have to pay for certain other modules. Yeah, whether that deters people, I don't know. Personally, I'm not a fan of that kind of thing. If I want to pay X amount for a game, I want the game. I don't want to have to buy modules and sort of piece the game together like a jigsaw puzzle. That's preferably not how I would have it. Round it down to 2 minutes delay. That's much better than what it was.
Hallo.
Guten Tag.
Guten
Ich hätte
Tag.
gerne eine normale Fahrkarte.
You.
Eine Fahrkarte bitte.
It is, yeah. That's why I'm not sure how well Lotus will do. I don't know if that's true. It's rumored. I read it somewhere. I can't find it anymore. But yeah. If it has multiplayer, I think there might be. I'm not sure. It might have multiplayer. I don't know at this. I don't think anyone really knows at this point in time. It still seems to be early days sorts. Only game that has as close to multiplayer is Bowling Line. Yeah, Bowling Line. I haven't played it much, but it is a very, very nice game. It's inspired to a point by when Nerd played it with VR, and I'm like, oh, that's all New Zealand. The fact they had New Zealand and they had me hooked. Yes, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Hallo. Einen normalen Fahrschein bitte.
These people are flying.
Ein Fahrschein bitte.
You have paid for all traffic lights. Do I play the NZ bus game of running the red and then watch it turn green? Trouble for that. The frame rates are different. Let's see if I've got anything enabled that doesn't need to be. That's off, I'll leave that off. And we have another car. Trabant, goddammit. Next game will be a short one. To make a bus game. Can't actually see that thing. There you go. Yeah, a bus game, if it's in that style, would be interesting. EVs.
Ich hätte gerne einmal Schüler.
Just add up, give us tickets, 230 My mouse is starting to die. Yeah. Do we have any 200 EVs? No. But with that said, I think NZ Bus they were planning to redo the trolleys as fully electric. Excuse me. But that doesn't seem to be happening at all. So it seems like they're probably, if they're going to get new EVs, it'll be brand new and probably those E200s. That would be, I guess. I'm not, not a bus driver. I don't know the operations of NZ Bus and how they're going to do things, but that would probably be something that they'd probably choose that if they had to, and I think they probably will. These traffic lights are fun. There we go. Foot flat, it doesn't accelerate. I wasn't timing the to 50 there, but it was rubbish. Hope one of the two buses out. Foxton is dead. Bit of a shame Foxton is dead. And do hope one of them will be preserved.
Hallo. Einmal Tageskarte.
Tagesgeld.
Danke.
Look what you've done, you muppet AI. Go on, go on. focused on the 60s and 90s. Yeah. It certainly does seem to be focused on those kind of eras.
Ich hätte gern einen
Hallo.
normalen Fahrschein.
Einen normalen Fahrschein. Danke.
Must be from Auckland. The 2000s Go-West is gone. Yeah. A lot of stuff certainly happened in the 2000s in terms of the bus world in New Zealand, especially with Stagecoach and Infantile.
Guten Tag.
Guten Abend.
How many people packed in the bus? Just a few. Can't even see out the front. Yeesh. There's been a low on the wires now, however. Rail preservation, yeah.
Hallo.
It has been, yeah. Oh, oops. Let me close the door on someone. There you go. Only 2 operating locos, good grief. Yeah. Yeah, with the way valve preservation is going, I should probably say goodbye to my chance of actually seeing another DC class locomotive. Only actually caught one on video once at Waterloo Station. I wasn't even planning. I was out there doing bus stuff, and I just stopped there waiting for my bus and taking a few photos of now defunct Waterloo, and managed to see that.
Hallo. Eine Fahrkarte bitte.
Guten
Eine
Tag.
Fahrkarte bitte. Dankeschön.
Einen normalen Fahrschein. Einmal Kurzstrecke bitte.
Really need to change the ratio. I come to Auckland to see tons. One day I might have to. The only time I'd really get to see them is on weekdays. You know, because I think what is it? It's one of the log ones that they do. They have on weekends. It's often DF classes, top and tailing. Take for granted, yeah. Yeah, good point. There's quite a few DCs on the scrappers line. Might have to go around there again and take a few more photos through the fence. walk along the
Hello.
railway line that they've put a fence in front of
Hello.
says you get a fine. Ain't the turn me. Nothing's using it. Hasn't been used since early 2000s. So many of our buses are right. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame with the DCs. They were never that common. Well, they were common, but not as much as I would have liked. Nearly going to be scrapped, oh dear. I would have a look at my my bookshelf for a copy of the Valfan magazine, which is probably out of date, and I need to go buy another copy. But yeah, it sounded like it was definitely going to be, getting close to scrapping. Yeah, I think the only time I can recall ever really seeing a DC often was back on the wider upper line trains. I used to run a single DC, then they switched over to DFTs, DFBs and stuff like that. Once they switched over to them, you've pretty much never seen one since. And I think one of the log trains coming down through, not North Island main trunk, but the other one, goes the Upper Hutt, that generally has on weekends,
Eine Tageskarte bitte.
it's mostly
Haben Sie vielleicht auch Scheine dafür?
no, I really want yeah. Well, the paint disguises. Oh, it looks good on the outside. Once you realise what you're in for. Yeah, I think the only time I'd ever really get to see another DC is on a weekend, because on the weekdays, generally from what I've heard, their log trains going through Upper Hutt are generally DF top and tailing, but on the weekends I think I heard like them Wire 200s back in the day. Yeah. This Travanta's phasing into existence. Back on SA and SD sets, yeah. Let's see if I can get this Trabant to fully phase in. And it's going to phase out now. Here it goes! It's phased out of existence. Capital Connection, I don't think they run DCs on that anymore at all. I think they used to, like with the Water Upper Connection, DCs used to be used quite a bit, but I think nowadays it's all DFs. But with the log trains, I think if it's a weekend, there's a DF with a DC top, bit of a top and tail combo, and usually it's a DF leading when going northbound, but when coming south back into Wellington, it's usually the DC. Looks like they lost that car. Yeah. DXs are real, the
Hallo.
DCs for us, yeah.
Eine Fahrkarte bitte.
I
Dankeschön.
don't think I've actually seen a DC in a very long time other than a open day at Hut Workshops. I've never actually seen one in person, I don't think. South Island seems to be where they're all at. Yeah, no, it isn't. It's There we go. The brakes finally kicked in. I guess at least there'll be one place to find them. Only seen somebody with a DL. DLs are horrible. Be nothing like any of the GE or EMT locomotives.
Hallo.
China can't beat them. Passengers are fine. If you brake too hard in your life, it's just like, yeah, stop using. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, they certainly seem to be a whole lot more. They're just like, bad driving, it's bad driving over here. I could, hit the brakes and people are like, whoa. I could come up to a bus stop pretty quick like that. And no one would give a damn, but obviously the passengers would. I like the idea, but poorly executed. Yeah. The idea of a dual cab loco is certainly a plus in terms of QRLs, not having to turn the loco around or have to worry about long lead portability. But the DL just weren't the right choice. The fact they've got more than that. They're just like, okay, what can you give us for the price? Give me trains with, they can give you locomotives with, asbestos in the brake systems and asbestos everywhere, and fan blades that fly out if the train's running, so don't stick your head in the engine compartment. That's apparently what I heard. Very poorly executed based on that. DL seems meant to be turned on turntables most times. So that's not a good sign then. Usually means the whole dual cab thing isn't working out well.
Abend. Ich hätte gern einen normalen Fahrschein.
Fahrschein. 50.
Danke.
You're welcome. Speed over here. Slow. And QLQ hates me too. What's that? What have you been up to then? Must be doing something if they hate you. Albeit I've never really interacted with QLQ that much. Apart from transmission, if you'd count that back in the day. Ever plan to reskin the bendy? I did a very long time ago, and I decided it's not very realistic, and we have cars without red lights. I did a long time ago, but I decided that we don't really operate bendies here apart from North Star. I just thought North Star had the convention North Star.
Guten Tag.
think that was something I looked at probably about a week or two ago. Was certainly repainting the Bendy into North Star, but there was obviously just a thought in my mind getting the question there. Take note, NZ Bus, I can actually pull my vehicle into the curb. Surprise, surprise, it's possible. I'm seeing the North Star, that they're very quite an interesting movie. I think I had a look. They had some decals. Like, I think I've managed to find North Star's website, what's left of their website, and they had the banner up top that the whole thing of the car looks like on the side of the bus and the mountain and the way. Me. But I did find that was pretty much all I could find in terms of the decal really. It was certainly the only other way you could really find it was to, if you wanted to, just call in Bus and say, hey, have you got a, you don't have to have English, happen to have a an image variant of the decal, do you? Explain to them, oh, it's for non-purpose and stuff. It's only a quarter. Ah, that makes it annoying. Oh, NZ Bus was not the hate buses. Well, certainly, I have a feeling they probably would. Head office and all the people in Ivory Towers, sure, you know, they're definitely, you know, who cares? It's just a, you know, you're just driving a bus, you know, there's nothing, you know, it's not like there's bus it's not there is. But with that said, you know, I know quite a few drivers who, you know, I chat with them regularly when I get on their bus, have a good yarn. They're absolutely, you know, they're okay with it. You know, I know one of them who's actually, quite a few that have actually told me, hey, you should go, you know, apply for a job if you're that interested. We got the schedule all okay, that's what it is. But yeah, I have a feeling in terms of head office, that would be their sort of response. So, needs a million, I swear. Where's the nearest gas station? Exploring the map with tech to find the nearest gas station. I've actually given NZ, you know, working for NZ Bus, a pretty serious thought as well. Let me wipe that display. You know, I've as a bus enthusiast, yeah, I'd quite like it. You know, same goes for QL. I've been interested in locomotives. Train driving. ideally I'd end up working for QRL first, 'cause it's much more of a job for life than NZ Bus. But if I don't get into QRL, I can always, you know, have a go at and have a crack at being a bus driver. You know, if it's a job you like, that's good. One problem is math. I'm bad at it and giving people change and stuff. Right. I don't know how the fares are. What's on? I don't know what the fares are like in Auckland, whether they're rounded off to, like, for example, $2 or $2.50, or whether they're like $2.20 or $2.30, how they're rounded per se, per zone. But down here they tend to be like 3.54, 4.55, 6. It would generally be, you wouldn't have to, only time you'd worry really is, who'd pay for NZ Bus is bad though. I'm not too sure, I can't really comment, I don't know, but I know that with, you know, a lot of drivers that I knew who used to work for Valley Fly specifically, who went to Transurban, you know, one thing they do miss is their penal rates. I guess that's, as much as like Transurban and all the others are saying, well, we have a highly hour rate, but they don't have time and a half on Saturdays, they don't have double time on Sundays, they don't have time and a half if you work over 8 hours. So I guess it depends on what your, you know, what your roster's looking like, I guess. And, you know, if you end up working over 8 hours, hey, you could earn a bit more. It just, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the, what it's like up in Auckland in terms of a collective agreement. I know it's generally what it's like for down here with tramways. But yeah, in terms of the entire bus industry, it certainly seems like a, you know, it's a not far off minimum wage job. It's, you know, it's a basic job. You know, you're driving a, to make it late. You know, I guess, you know, it's like, oh, you're driving a, yeah, 10-ton, 11-ton bus around, you know, tiny city streets, and you're being paid like 19, 20, maybe $22 an hour, and you got to have your class 4 and your P endorsement, you got to keep them. Whereas you could just go off to Melbourne or, you know, Queensland, New South Wales, wherever, and they'll be paying you like 35, you know, an hour. Which is what I've heard a lot of drivers ended up doing. They either took redundancy down here or just buggered off to Australia, because it's basically, you know, they treated New Zealand as a kind of training ground. Okay, thanks, we've got our training, we'll go to Australia and just earn the money. That's what a lot of people kind of said it was, seems to be like with QRL as well. You know, the pay with QRL is pretty good, but like compared to, you know, like over in Australia and stuff. I haven't planned this well. Oh, there. Okay. I'm not gonna make that turn, am I? Nah. I will with a bit of planning. And hope that no one's behind me. Let's go this way. Now, I actually have no idea what side the fuel cap is on. But yeah, the bus is at the moment on service, so I'm probably going to skip ahead and do a night run. Something I haven't done in a long time. Ideally, I'd be going back to depot to do this, but you know. Let's wash and refuel. Oh, look at that! Oh wow, that whitened up very quick. Nice and clean. Look at that. Ta-da! Yeah, 38% fuel. How much has this bus done? Let's have a look. Oh, I can't see it. Hang on. There we go. 124,804.8. 124. I doubt that's 124,000 k's. That's more like 1,124,000. Will you show up any of your other bus races? Once they're in a reasonable state, yeah, I will. Other than this one, the MAN coaches is pretty, like, I'm talking really basic. It literally has, it was more of a proof of concept, but yeah. What I think I'll do, get out of here safely. Yes, I can, look at that. What I'll do is I'll head back down to the clinic, and I'll actually see if I can spawn in one of those just for a quick show. And what was I going to get back there? So I think I might have to do what bus drivers do and break speed limits. Not successfully though. Don't try this at home. Man, I think it's time to teleport. Cheating. Let's move this forward so I can spawn one in. Love when the driver speeds soon to make the yellow light. It's a real thrill. Oh, it certainly is. I see the yellow. Oh shit. Foot down. Let me stop that. I think, just for the safety of OMSI, I'm going to flick to that, because it often has issues in terms of capturing the bus. It often tries to capture the preview screen, so the game might crash, but we'll give it a go. You better not crash. LM Monacoach, let's do that. Is it going to crash because it took the game? Is OBS going to make it crash? Let's find out. Nope. Nothing's happened so far. Hello. There we go. It's definitely far from completion, but that is what I've been working with so far. Is it a crash double decker? Oh, that I think he went the wrong way with that, and he's trying to do a bit of an awkward 3-point turn. It's interesting with Transurban's displays, unlike NZ Bus, they often say sorry and then switch over to not in service. It was a bit funny that when they happened to snap that shot, it just said sorry. Just says sorry. Let me turn this down. Thank you. Yeah, it's not perfect. I certainly got a fair way to go, especially with lining the logo up. I just had to try my best and everything behind the damn arrows and stuff like that. I would normally put Metlink on the piece of glass there. I hope my cursor's showing. But I can't really. You can get it to go on glass, but I can't because I suck at repainting. But yeah, this one is actually a tad bit different, this bus. I will see, does it do the... It does. I've actually managed to get some sounds from videos on YouTube of the engine of, I think it was either 12 or 17.223, just for some test and proof of concept kind of thing. The only idle and startup, you got to do a MAN E200. If I can work out the repaint for an E200, yeah, I will. But in terms of audio, for I think it was a 12.223. I don't know where I got 13 from. But I was mucking around and I came up with. Oh no, I haven't actually done that. Right, that's not actually it. I bunged it again. I thought that was it. ZF. Oh, sorry. Re-engined. There we go. I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on the custom ZF, which uses a slightly different gearbox. See if I can get my stuff sorted. I get confused by the naming schemes I've given all my custom buses. I will not Alt-Tab. It will be fine. Let's see if that, yeah, that's shown. There goes the motor. Well, it's back. I just picked the wrong one by accident. Oh, and the air pressure's low. But I managed to get some audio files off the internet just to mash up and give this a go. It's only idle speeds at the moment, but I decided to mash it up. The only issue is with OMSI, there tends to be leaking of the inside sounds. But yeah, that's something I tested. It only, unfortunately, it's only idle speed, because if I put my foot down, it still sounds like a normal EN92, but I've only got the idle start up and shut down speeds now. Oh, hello. I think the battery's flat. It's sort, yeah. I shouldn't have turned it off. I can't rescue it. The battery's done. It's toast. Oh, look at the poor thing. Oh, the lights are draining the battery. Oh. Oh, it's toast. Oh, the battery's toast. Oh, it won't start. It's got nothing left. Oh, she got nothing. But the battery looks so charged. Time to get the valley flyer, tow it. Yeah, it's not gonna go. It is toast. The engine is done. The battery's toast. Oh. Damn it. Let's try something. I need to find a down. I need to find a downhill and try to crash the other bus. Bugger. Well, I think that's gonna have to sit back here for now. Because it's out of service. I gotta get it out of the way somehow. Bugger. I can see it's ex-Auckland. How's that? Trying to wind. Yeah, I think I'll have to call it quits. That's not gonna run. Alright, let's find this wonderful thing. Actually, I'll close the door from the outside and let's have a looky. Let's do 23:55. This is gonna fast forward a whole lot into the night. There we go. Turn off the lights. Leave them on. Battery going flat. Glenn's head bus. Yeah. Let's have a look. I'm looking for an N30 schedule. What have we got? None. I think I need to actually 23, 59, 58. And if I look in the top left corner, it should tick over to next morning. 23, 59, 55. Come on. Tick over. 57, 58. There we go. It is midnight. So let's find an N30 service. Anywhere? Is there an N33? Anything? N30. Come on, there has to be an N30 sometime soon. There's no N30s. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. Niving Clinic. 1:05. Well, I've got 64 minutes to wait. So let's go set that to 1 AM. And I will once again be back very soon. Right, let's flip that back over. This is going to be interesting. You should make a Discord server. I do have a Discord server, it's just not really related to my channel or anything like that. It's just a personal one for me and the lads to play some games. Oh, what was it? 03314? Oh, no. 03319. Zero 3315 N33. Let's put that on on. There we go. I can actually see. That's no help. No, I need to do 130 to 130 to on there. Right, it's night time. I can hear the E200s
Kleine
miles
Fahrkarte bitte.
away, while the MANs are quiet as heck. Usually it's the opposite. But then again, I guess with the E200s, they got Cummins motors there, can be quite loud. E200s right now, jeez. It must be noisy. I know they are inside, but I'm not really too sure about how loud they are. Yeah, outside, they've been gone. I've been at bus stops, but I never really thought they were that loud compared to the mains. Right. 0.8 minutes to go, it's 5 past 1. I've got my high-vis vest on in real life, I'm ready to go. Because apparently be safe, be seen. Ah, bugger it, that'll do. 0.4 minutes to go, 30 seconds, that's fine. This will probably kill my frames, but let's go rainy. Certainly it looks a whole lot nicer. All the windows are closed, so that helps. It does look, I quite like OMSI anyway. The only problem for me is the FPS often tanks like mad. One thing I often quite like is how the street lights have that kind of mist, I guess. Was that someone? No, I'm seeing things. Again. Notifications are coming in, so I'm miles away from the line. I better pull over and not crash. Check my phone. What have we got? What's been cancelled? Number 1, number 14. Yeah. Okay, that should help. And let's see if I can fiddle with this weather a bit more. Give me lower the cloud base. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, 75. No, that certainly does nothing. I'm trying to get a bit of fog in. Visibility, there we go. Ooh, here we go. Certainly some nice fog. I have an excuse to run high beam. I can't really see too much right away. Put it to the live weather thing and set it to Auckland, and I can tell you if it's right or not. I'll do that at the next stop. I'll set it to clear weather just to make sure it has updated. I have one passenger. It's only 10 past 1 in the morning. I wonder why. Right, let's go best weather. Clear it up. Click. Got quite light in the night sky. Right, let's do real weather NZAA. Apparently it's raining. Beautiful weather. Let's have a look at the weather pop up. Medium rain. Temperature about 14 degrees apparently. I'll suffer the frame drop. Last time I did it in Auckland, and it was the thunderstorm the week before I played OMSI, and it's not, it's clear. Right, it hasn't updated, right. It's clear. Don't know what part it's taken for then. It's obviously a bit out of date. Oh, music is rather quiet, I need more music. You can never trust OMSI's live weather. That's one thing I've found out about their weather system. Land around at 1 o'clock or something. Oh yeah. Down here the weather's a bit more hostile. Hopefully, in theory, according to the weather people, it should clear up by Monday, because that's when I'm due to go into Wellington and actually use my camera again. Get some of the photos that I probably still won't upload for a long time. Yes, bus spotting, yeah. Generally I either do train spotting or bus spotting. I haven't done train spotting in quite a while. I really do need to get back to the swing of things. I have with my new camera done a bit of train spotting. A whole lot more bus spotting though. Right here for the time to go. But yeah, a lot of it's been bus spotting and chatting to a lot of drivers about the current situation that Wellington's in with the tendering and everything just seems to be falling apart. I don't know what that angle's supposed to point to. Try catch some ex-Auckland stuff, it's all going soon. I have caught a bit of ex-Auckland. I've caught actually I'll go check now actually. I'll have a looky. I can't remember what one specifically. I can just actually go check my folder for that. Well, I really should be on the schedule. I managed to get some of the ones like 22, 23. What have we got? Scania. Some of the X80 Metro 17.223s. Quite a few Scanias, but they're all due to go back soon. Managed to, where's the image? Get one of, I think that's definitely a North Star. Yeah, North Star 1446. One of their 17.223s. Tamaki Link very soon. Yes, they do have Tamaki Link going. Star for life. we got some. It's a bit of a shame the whole centralised kind of not repaint livery thing. Repaint, what am I talking about? It's real life, not OMSI. Let's see if I can. There we go. Gearbox off, Berlin-Spandau. My one and only passenger. Farewell, my friend. Enjoy the rain. PFP is a Victor. I've done it with 17.223. Yeah, each sub. It does, yes. It certainly does have their own identity. Kind of how like when you had Valley Fly and Go Wellington, they all look different. I've just had a look. I had my suspicions. I just had to look. The Tamaki Link colour, that is very similar to North Star, just without the orange. But yeah, definitely brought in their own kind of identity. Go Wellington was black and yellow, all that stuff. Now that is 80, oh no. Yeah. No. Yeah, Metrolink, Go West, North Star, Waka Pacific. Valley Fly, Go Wellington, Runciman's, which is pretty much whatever they got their hands on. Put out 4 man through North Star.
Einen normalen Fahrschein finden.
Fahrschein form and put the light on. There we go. 350. Okay, 350. Thank you. Tons of Tamaki Link buses have tons of stagecoach stuff on them. a lot of buses down here still. You can see. I don't know about the Auckland stuff, but a lot of stuff down here often you can see the word Wellington written on that front board that allows you access to the Hanover destinations page. You can often see it like words like Auckland, Wellington, and that slant, that italic writing that would usually have stagecoach written above it. What's a kid doing out at 1:15 in the morning? Alright, each to their own, I suppose. This is certainly a bit of a shame. I think it's out. Yeah. Certainly was a shame when they got rid of all the individual branding. Oh, we got another. Jesus, what are kids doing? What is going on? It's another kid. Mate, your parents know you're out this late. Jesus. Oh, yeesh. That arrow doesn't really tell me where we're going. It's kinda... I'll have to check. Just done Zeppelinstrasse and after Musikerstrasse. It kinda failed and I can't read it. I do have to go this way. Oh, posting memes. Be on the bus at 1 AM, hashtag savage. This is sort of going some dodgy places. Let's go straight. Now I'm doing the N30. The 137, I think, goes that way. But the N30, the night moves, I believe goes this way. I can't see because of the... Oh, it's the cloud. I just realised it's the cloud level. That's ridiculous. So let me tweak that view distance up to 350 so I can actually see things. Oh, yeah, I also need to cloud height 300. There we go. Yeah, this night move can be slightly different. It generally follows the same as the 130, but it terminates at Berlin-Spandau, the main station area. But other than that, it doesn't. Rather than going to Berlin, it just terminates there. At least I think this one does. I'll have to check. Oh, the frame drop is kicking. Jesus. Hang on, lads, something's going on. I think the weather's not happy. Oh, am I getting a lot of errors in the game? I don't want to look at the log file. Because you go there, kids, to the meme club. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of funky errors. The frames are having a hell of a lot of fun time. I think I'm gonna have to... Oh, it's the weather. The weather was killing it. There we go. I think the game just decided it had had enough of simulating weather and decided it would just crap out. Kids and memes these days. There's one kid still on. So move the penalty. So we go. Just when you stop lagging, the light gets red. Yeah. Oh, it's still got that issue. Ready, and boom, the arrow's displayable. It doesn't seem to do well in the main. The arrows. We can't figure it out why, you know, it's really odd. The arrows should be fine. Let me just try and... Yeah, look, boom. Something's blocking the arrows. I don't even know anymore. Stop. I think I'm gonna go... What? I can't figure it out. Why the arrows are having fun showing. I think the arrows must be broken too.
Hello.
Is there nothing to do with that? The arrows generally do that, but when your arrows refuse to show, it's just basically back off to boot knowledge. But right now it's just boot knowledge. I've done this a few times and I know where it goes. But if you haven't done this before and you're thinking, where do you go? You see that word Uratos, you don't see the arrow until the end. Well, I'm not even seeing the arrow now, and I'm nearly on top of the thing. Like, I'll go... Like, I need to be right on top. It's insane. There we go. The lights haven't tried to call me. They called me out here last time, my last speed bump there. In the weights. Kid walking out on the side. What are you doing? Fine. You pass by the this should be the end. Where are the glitchy Thanos cars? They must do better in rain. Either that or the Trabants they've all been put in garages because they don't do well with rain. I don't know, they're two-stroke. Where are the glitchy Thanos cars? They're not around here. Oh. If I... Jeez, that's one... Has my suspension entirely failed? Because that's one hell of a... That just seemed like one hell of a lead. Grief. Suspension failed. And what's our report card? We wipe the display. Boom, 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 boom. Sometimes the suspension just dies, isn't it? It just seems to give up. I haven't touched the suspension on the bus, I swear it wasn't me. I can't actually see the little island, so I have no idea where it is. There goes the last beacon kit. Back 1:35, so it's 10 minutes old. Move the weather. Bit of twilight fog. So it'll take a while to just get the best weather. But that takes away the rain. Okay, I'll do this manually. No rain. Base 5, 100. Clouds. The future hashtag not my bus. I never got on my buses. Where are we looking? 1,000. There we go. Oh, hello. Move out of the way, mate. There's another bus. Are we still in the puddles? That's good. Certainly makes it better looking. We have 2.6 minutes to go. Uh, 03315. Yep. Double deckers are so odd. Why is that? Why do you think they're odd? Used to be size buys. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think down here in MAN never really made double deckers, and well they did, but they never really got that far out of Germany at this point in time. Back in the 90s, but no place like Singapore and Australia's got some, so that was also an option. Have them made by MAN. We are looking good. I need to 130 Nerving clinic. There we go. It's 20 degrees in this bus. I don't need to do this. I think the water is causing my frames to dip. It's a shame. Yeah, it is. I mean, Wellington was obsessed with double-decker trams. True, they were. S17 or so. I think the arrows are broken. I'm wanting to do a full check of the definitely do a full recheck of the what's my beer doing? Move it just a bit further. We never got to see double-decker bendy trolley buses. In Photoshop you probably will. Let's just do a ticket. So what have we got? Are the trains still running at this time? Or are they all parked up and have nothing better to do? So I've always liked the stations, and obviously even though they're primitive. They don't have any time. Oh. I think the light map ended. The night map died. Bugger. I've got no timetables for me to view. Can't see when the next train is running. They're probably out running actually. He wants to. Out the way, get the bar out the way. Movement! Some people. Bus spotting at Wellington. Bearcat triple-decker, triple-bended trolley bus with rail capabilities. Oh, we're getting advanced. It was funny down in Wellington when all the trolley buses were removed, and one of the councillors said, "Oh, that's old technology. I've got to move forward." Stuck. Oh, I get stuck. Come on. Move, man. Jesus. Yeah, in Wellington, I remember when the trolley buses were finally removed and they finally made a decision. the government wasn't going to intervene. How far forward do I need to pull the bus for the one behind me to get out? Jesus, man, go! Old technology. Yeah. They described them as old tech. One of them said, oh, that, you know, this is old technology and we've got to make way for the future and, you know, for cleaner... Why's he stopped? What the hell? Oh, what the hell? AI. Yeah, they said, oh, we're going to make way for, you know, cleaner, greener. Yeah, it was literally the one of the councils was like, oh, it's old technology, you know, we're going to have to improve, you know, be better for the environment. Yeah, it's called electric trolley buses. You know, they're talking about trackless trams, and I'm like, and a lot of people are like, what? So trolley buses, battery operated trolley buses, kind of thing, battery operated buses. It's just a big old thing. The council just wanted to get rid of them because if they could get rid of the trolley buses, they could redesign the network. If they could redesign the network, according to PTOM, they could get in new people. Probably best form of transport. Tram mixed with bus. Yes. I want to bring in trackless trams, but I really don't know how well that's going to work. Trolley buses were reliable. They had their downfalls. Apparently, they had gotten dewiring incidents down to, I don't know if it was like one every 8, I don't know if it was one every 8 days or 8 a week, but it was a whole lot less than what you'd normally think. This is spread over God knows how many routes. But the dewiring was, yeah, they got that down quite a bit, the amount. And apparently the wires were in actually pretty good shape. Have I left my interior light on? There we go, it's off. Apparently the wires were actually, hadn't been in better condition. Other than that, you know, it's just the council who wanted them gone because it means they could, under PTOM, they would have to kind of get rid of a lot of what NZ Bus done. Otherwise, they would have had to come up with some very interesting type of block system for NZ Bus to continue running trolley buses. They are dying. It's a sad thing to see them die. They're very big operators. They sort of wouldn't say they still are, but you know, they were definitely very big. And I think, you know, the way PTOMs came in especially is decided to basically say, oh, you can't have a majority. You know, we have to divvy it up. And as much as they don't want to admit it, it is kind of a race to the bottom. Who can do it the cheapest? Bitches are taking over Wellington Transit. Yeah. Yeah, it's these other operators that came in and managed to nab a whole lot. And with Vichy's taking over Birkenhead too, certainly doesn't help. And it's like swapping one monopoly for another. Did he want to get on? No. You're just swapping one monopoly for another. And it's, in this case, it seems to be swapping NZ Bus out, at least down here, for an operator who doesn't really want a collective agreement. And they still haven't sorted one out. This is coming up over a year since they took over in the Hutt Valley. And it sounds like they still haven't got a collective agreement. So I don't know what Richie's is like when it comes to unions, so. but with the Eastern and MAN and Waiheke won't go. Yeah, probably not. Ah, right, they're all owned by the same company. They are, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, but South Investments or whatnot. So technically, when Brian South has sold all the stagecoach, so didn't really fully exit New Zealand. Hasn't bought another company recently. Yeah. I think it's more an infantile to do the purchasing of other companies though. What would it be? Infantile now it'll be provided it gets signed off, it'll be Next Capital, which was who owned I think GoBus. And then Pabs and Mitchies will probably remain. Yeah. South's companies, they'll stay. Pavlovich and Mitchies, yeah. Transit, they'll remain in one form or another because they got intercity and all that stuff. But, you know, people like NZ Bus, they're just, at the moment, it's not looking too bright for them. Well, it is just a mess, yeah. The trains are buggered, the buses are buggered, you know, it's just, yeah, it's a big revolving door in both industries. You know, I've got, I knew a bus driver back from when he used to work for Valleyfly. This would have been probably over a year ago. I had a feeling he'd want to get on. And, you know, he was telling me he wouldn't go and work for, transit. They wouldn't do paying conditions, they wouldn't do collective agreements with the tramways, and he said nah, he's bugging off to find another job. A few months later, when transit eventually took over and mess it ensued, I saw him driving, and I ended up asking him, you know what, I said to him, you fibbed to me, you said you're going to find another job, you're going to work for transit. He said no, I'm paying well. And it's been about a year, and from what I've heard, he actually properly quit Transurban. He left. Apparently knows a lot of other drivers went over to New Zealand coach services, and some even went back to NZ Bus. Train drivers probably all leaving for Australia. NZ Bus unfortunately just fired off too many people. Now they're struggling to get them back. Transit's in a mess as well in terms of recruitment. It's all a mess. Sad state that it is. The only thing a lot of people at NZ Bus have on their side is they managed to get a collective agreement through with a bit of a pay rise, and you know, at least they got that through before they're going to be sold to Next Capital. So at least they have a collective agreement that Next will have to honour. To 2010, so since it bus 2020 will be a big change. Now Vichy's taken over. Right, so you think Vichy's is going to be that new monopoly, if you will, that NZ Bus once was, and now it'll be Vichy's, and then just trading one monopoly for another. Sold yeah, that will definitely not be a good thing. At least down here, NZ Bus only have 3 depots left. Right. Yeah, it'll be the same kind of situation if they ever end up selling the bus barn in Kilburnie. All they would have after that is their satellite depot at Eastbourne, which may hold at most 10 buses, and Kaifara, which is their second biggest, and has the charging for 361, the converted trolley bus. Once Kilburnie's gone, you know, that'll be, you know it's definitely going to poo. We just have to hope that's not going to happen. Oh, I've always been capturing NZ Bus stuff. I pretty much generally catch a transit route out of where I live to Lower Hutt, and then from there I get an NZ Bus service into Wellington. What is it with these meme kids? Oh my god, they're out at 10 to 2 in the morning. Jesus. It's hard, I guess. It's not even good afternoon anymore. Actually, good day, it's a good day. Yeah, I always capture NZ Bus stuff. I went to Lower Hutt, it would have been 2 days before their contract changed, and I managed to snap up a lot of the Waterloo depot. Meme kids invading the Valley Flyer, oh no. Yeah, I managed to get a lot of the Waterloo depot. They had a lot of a mixed fleet, including some from Wellington. They obviously meme kids bus. Oh no. Yeah. Someone's gonna have to. But yeah, I went out 2 days before changeover in the hut and got a lot of photos. 500s, 600s, 1300s, Scanias, that kind of thing. All bus spotting videos. I haven't really done many bus spotting videos, but now I've got my new camera, which is like a proper camera, not rubbish action camera. This thing I can actually zoom. Compilation set buses. I've done time lapses, but I haven't really done bus spotting. I haven't. It's mainly been photographs at this point, but I've probably amassed so many that I can probably get away with doing some videoing. I might have to do that on Monday. Hopefully I can find some of the drivers that I know. Always good to have a chat to. Meme kids off. How many Z players do you think there is? I've only seen you. That is actually a very good question. I know Waygood Otis, he has OMSI. I don't know how often he plays. I know Jeremy Peterson Clark, I hope I'm pronouncing that middle name right, he owns OMSI as well, but other than putting on YouTube, I'm not too sure, to be honest. Not many, I don't think. So I'm going to do a 3-point turn. Turn like the buses have to do down the end of one of my streets. Around town I have to do a 3-pointer. try and help the community grow for OMSI NZ bus enthusiasts. I certainly try to put out as many videos as I can. I've got quite a lot of especially speed runs, and I'm trying to work on some repaints especially. I'm not really too sure how to make the community grow. I'm not that kind of kind of person, if you know what I mean. I'm not really gonna go, like, I'll sing the praises of OMSI, but I'm not gonna go, to the moon and back and do it. At the end of the day, if people are interested, then they see it. Yeah, I'll certainly recommend it. Time to take this bus back to the depot. Yeah. Especially those, and then on top of that, how many of them play games like OMSI and such, I guess with, make sure it changes play to side not service. I don't actually think I have that programmed in on this one. I'll have to go and check. Nope. I can do... I can do something that will be similar, but it will muck up the I'll have to pull over and do it. It will muck up the line numbering. It will look really weird, but on the main display it will say not in service. So let me muck it up. I think it was last week, I managed to, one of the drivers let me change the display of one of the buses over to the return journey. Let me hear that. I just cheap put them. Yeah. Don't even think down here at least they even say sorry anymore. A lot of, or at least a lot of NZ bus ones don't. That looks good. But on the back, it just on the side, the numbering looks whack. But it works on the front, yeah. Oh, it was pretty good. I know the driver reasonably well. I know quite a few of the drivers at the Eastbourne depot, especially because a lot of them actually, apparently about 80% of them actually come from the town that I live in, which is actually quite strange rather than out in Lower Hutt itself. Yeah, I just managed to sit in the seat, put the display into the Hanover, and boom, it said 83 Ds, quality place. So I wasn't too sure how complex it would be, because I've seen some of James Peters' videos on the displays, and they've got an interesting little combination they seem to do when it comes to their displays. God, this music's loud, holy moly. Next music. Next. There we go. Red light. Yeah. Oh, red light. Was it me, officer? Now I've got to find out how to get back to the depot from here. I'm going. Yeah, I've got it on my head. Actually left from the depot when I went to start, I think. You've become a true NZ bus driver. Oh yeah, I have. Puts a foot down. and then you get you got to remember to kind of know how often, how the red lights. You go, mate. You know how the cycles work and the lights, so you can often kind of beat the lights, and you can start rolling when it's on red, and once you get your front wheel past the stop line, it goes green. And we have AI doing this, so I'll find the next stop. I don't need to stop for that. I'm the bus driver. It's yellow. In New Zealand, green means go, yellow means speed up, red means if there's no police around, carefully look and then go. I will now demonstrate how to be a proper NZ bus driver. Good enough. I'm not even going to lower the bus. Oh, and that's not to mention the ones that go like this. I'll just leave my arse end sticking out so no one can get past. Albeit, there are some routes in Wellington that have cars parked so closely together they kind of go half in, otherwise they wouldn't be able to get the bus out without reversing it. So I can understand in those situations, you know, they don't close the doors. Oh, I remember back when Valleyfly was running in the hut and it was hot, it was like 20 something degrees, I'm talking like maybe 23, 24 plus. For Wellington, that's cooking. But you become the driver who drives in a link or catch daily. Oh dear. But I know, I actually remember one of them he didn't drive with the back door, he drove with the front door open because it was just absolutely cooking. This was a 600, so it had no aircon. Everybody had the windows open, but he drove with the front door open. We got to a stop-go traffic control thing, and he opened the back door while we were stopped. But I knew it, but he always only had the front door open. Probably because he could watch it and monitor it, make sure no one's gonna be silly. Just leave the front doors open. As a mate do aircon drivers, they're nice as heck. Depots, oh, how very nice of them. I've actually, the Eastbourne bus barns, there's not too much to it out in Eastbourne. There's a whole lot in Kilburnie. I've seen inside from outside, but I haven't been offered a depot tour, albeit I haven't asked, and I don't really know them as well as, for example, Eastbourne or my local depot. But technically I'm supposed to disembark before they drive in and through the bus barn at Eastbourne. But the driver he didn't bother opening doors, he just slowly drove through and had a chat. Yeah, he actually had to pull up at the bus stop, at the first stop, wait, had a handbrake. But I remember actually seeing inside that, the meme kits got on, and the back door was open. I felt like going, whoa, drive, it's closed. I haven't managed to get a depot tour. The only real depot I would ever manage to get a tour that's decent would be Kilburnie. That's really it. There was Waterloo, but you could pretty much see everything you needed to see out there. Upper Hutt's gone. Waidoi's transferred to Transurban. This was a Vichy service. He's going back to depot too. Which is truly taking over NZ Bus in more ways than one, I think. Up here, companies hate depots with tons of town. Any places where I can't hear. Got tons of tales of crew getting angry at me filming from the other side of the road. I've had up here to the seat marking. Yes, it's not a great texture though. I'm not very happy with it. That's just me. I really wish I could get a better one. Buy a seat and just unwrap it. Unwrap them seat making lat so I can get a proper image. Tons of tales creaking angry at me from the other side. I remember when they had it wasn't a demonstrator, but it was one of the AC Metro NZ Bus Via 500s down here for training before we managed to get ours. And I know one of the guys said to me, he said that he's like, oh, get away from there. And I was literally just standing in front of it. You know, nothing really was happening. I can take photos for you. If they've still got that SEPMO kit up there, then certainly, yeah. The Birkenhead ones, oh, okay. I thought they had their own. Well, must have been just a generic one that they all seem to use a lot. I remember when I was trying to film that double decker they got from Auckland, one of the drivers pulling, was like, oi, get away from there. And he drove, he saw me move away, so he drove in. But I kind of had that look like, what? Why? Why? I know how bus brakes work. It's not going to magically roll forward and, you know, kill me. Otherwise, I would have trouble. You know, I would be in, you know, they'd be in trouble because you shouldn't really be having those types of buses on the road parked out in front where they're braked and and they just start rolling. And no, I'm not going to into the bus. I'm not silly. I don't want to be trespassed. Found it was that day I decided, okay, I'll go and have a look at Transurban's depot in Morganton. I thought, bugger him. But other than that, I've never had a bad experience. I've actually, if anything, I think it was NZ Bus. I was at Kilburnie. I think there were two of the maintenance guys out there having a chat, and they saw me with their camera. They said, hey, you like buses or something? And I'm like, yeah. And they said, oh yeah, good on you. I've hit the button. I said to them, actually I'll follow this guy. I said to them, you know, it's people like you and the drivers and all that stuff, the people who don't get recognised as much as they should, that are holding, you know, the companies that they work for together. So good on you, keep doing what you do, guys. They're pretty chuffed. Other than that one instance, I can never really think of any negatives. They certainly look at you when you're taking photos, but other than that, it's fine. But it's always good to see a bus driver you recognise, especially when you haven't seen in a while. Now I got to be careful, this bus will disappear. It's always good when you see a bus driver you haven't seen in a while. And boom. Any second now. Can't do timing. There he goes. Birkenhead late one night, I need to. I was at the Birkenhead depot late one night with E200 pulled up on the right. I was on the other side of the road. In about an hour or so, BT depot people came angry as. Jesus. Late at night is probably tricky, I guess. You know, they could probably think you're trying to scope the place out. But other than that, I couldn't really think of any reason why they should be a bit angry. But you know, that's just what some of them are like. Only no tram drivers and Motac. Where'd my view go? Park up next to this man here. Towards a bit. There we go. Nice start. No, there we go. They were angered, then the driver said, I'll go get the AT depot man or something like that. Jesus. I'm doing personal photography and he said it was okay and the other guy was like, what? Certainly sounded, he's trying to think, he's thinking, why doing personal photography? What is that, you know, why are you photographing buses? So what? I can take pictures of you, there's no, you know, what is it, what's the word? No expectation of privacy in a public place. Not that I'll take photos of people on purpose. I guess it just depends who it is and what their attitude's like and stuff like that, I guess. Jeez, it's 10 past 2 in the morning in game. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to, you know, photography of buses and stuff like that. But it's definitely, as I was saying, yeah, definitely is nice to get a driver you do know. Because I know a few of the drivers out at Kilburn. I know a lot of Eastbourne. And it's always good when you see one you haven't seen in a while. Why you joke around? Yeah, yeah. If the drivers know you, the meme kids are just like, oh god, are they? Here we go. Oh, is that supposed to? I bet you they break on the bus soon. There's an adult. Where are the meme kids? They got to be down the side streets. Is he off too? Around the corner. Yeah, it's always good to find drivers. You know, there was one driver I know called John. I hadn't seen him for probably about 3 or so weeks driving. I usually go in every weekend or so. AT Man's going to get them soon. Yeah, AT Man, yeah. But I hadn't seen John in a while. We always used to chat and have a chat. He's from the same town as me, and I was actually waiting in Courtney Place, and I was just waiting, getting some photos, waiting for my bus out to the hut. And I saw him doing a number 14 service across the road, so I did double check it was him. I was like, oh yeah, that's the haircut, you know, that's the style. So I went across the road. There was a set of traffic lights just up from the bus stop, and they had a Transurban double decker that pulled out, you know, that got onto the road out the bus stop, and I saw him drive off. So I gave him a wave, and he looked in my direction. He couldn't really tell who I was, and then it clicked. And there's a smile on the face, and they'll wave back. And it was later on that night I saw him doing an Eastbourne route. Yeah, I saw him again, another wave and a smile on the face. That was certainly good. I think before we finish up, I'm going to go have a bit of fun with this. see if I can get the wheels to spin. Which is something that was joked about by one of the drivers of the Kilburnie depot. He'd never driven a trolley bus, I don't think. He might have, but he said that he said that he was thinking of telling the depot manager to charge the batteries, the backup batteries on the trolley buses, or what they had left in them, and have them face to face and just shred the tyres. Enthusiast trip, haven't done one yet. I don't really know if there was any. Unless you're referring to OMSI, that is, I'm not too sure. My brain's sort of is dying at 10 o'clock at night. It just wants sleep. Yeah, I thought that would be pretty funny. Just put the trolley buses face to face and just put the foot down and watch the tyres shred. He was onto something there. Geez, these lights certainly take a while. Oh, there we go. Enthusiast trip on ice. Yeah, that's right. The ABS and the RSR's kicking. It's going mad, look at that. ABS, slip reduction, anti-lock brakes. Slip reduction, it's just, it can't get grip. Should do a go westerly, but I might one day. What I will do, I can stop if I can go backwards, otherwise it'll just. You can go there, mate, on the left. I've seen it. A few videos on it. Oh, I think, the bus is broken again, isn't it? Yep. Alright, well, that rules out that bus. That broke. Bugger. I was looking forward to that. The bus decided it wouldn't want to spawn. Typical. Let's try BL272. Let's see if this spawns. Oh, here we go. If this spawns, I'll be happy. I shouldn't be spamming everyone, it will crash the game. It's not going past the select vehicle menu. Do I see a bus? I do see a bus. Can you do school bus runs? Probably. Not that I know of any in Berlin-Spandau, but I don't see why not. I had to pull this thing out. Well, you could definitely set them up. So this bus I quite like the sound. It sounds quite nice. Actually, I think I'll fix the weather up. I'll take this for a bit of a joyride. It is technically stagecoach, absolutely. But it is technically stagecoach spots. Those Aussie X, I think it's a website that is down. They might be included with the Bowdenham repaint thing. The problem is the website was kind of taken down by hackers and whatnot, and they haven't been able to get up since. So hopefully I might be able to find a link. But the best part about this is that there's an automatic mod. Usually these are manual. Down there would be a gear stick, but this thing is automatic. It just so happens to have a ZF Eco Man, and it sounds brilliant. Well, it doesn't seem to want to change past. There we go. I've just got to bring it back. Won't change. I'll have a look and see if I can find them. If I do, I will put them in a pinned comment on the video that's been playable. Just to finish the 17 project. I had a chat with him on Skype probably about 2+ years ago. Here comes a Jesus, another one. He's turning. I haven't had a chat with him for over 2 and a bit years. Once. So I'm not too sure where he stands with it. Down to steady greens, red light, red light, red light. Tips on VC and OMSI. I was thinking about doing a video. I think I'll have to. At least a basic video on was the EN92. I know how to do that reasonably well. Still stopped in good time. I stopped when did bus drivers stop. Started on the meme kids here in 92. Very good. Will you release that bus? What one's that? This one, is it? This one is third party out that requires a DLC and the V-paint isn't mine, but I can try and find it. Yeah, that's my repaint, so I'd have to actually try and find out where the hell I can get it from. Same with the bus. Technically I was going to try and load... The invisible bus was technically a Merc 0305, but that didn't load. Issues occasionally, I need to go reinstall over here and there. But other than that, it runs very well. And this bus actually, in the game too, this bus actually requires that add-on to run. All of this requires the hardware add-on to be on. So it references a lot of things. I have a feeling this game might not be recovering from this because it would be cool, yeah. I have a feeling OMSI might have died. Oh no, there we go. Speaking of an 0305, there she is. Hey, that's tight. I know Fed's going around that corner again with another muscle coming. So it's quite dramatic. And it's refishing terrain again, oh no. It's too. Must be. Didn't happen with the other one. Oh, I wonder what's making out instead of greens. Come on. Take this in my own hands because I'm barely hitting something. Holding down my knee button. The noise has stopped. I just have to wait until the pause thing will flash. Whew. Jesus. Jesus can't help me now. Not with this game. I can't alt tab, I can't do anything, it'll crash. Come on. Finish what you're doing, OMSI. I'll see you at 1 FPS. It does, it gets more intense. The waits become longer. There we go, it's flashing. I'm not letting that bus go any further. There we go. All I wanted to do was get down to Hamburg. Oh, good grief. All I want to do is get the bus down here. It's a small Hanover. Yeah, it is. What's another bus? Oh, bring out a Merc. What have we got? Voith. Let's bring out a Voith. Haven't had a Voith all day. It's all just been CDFs. Oh god, this is my rubbish Valley Fly V paint for the Merc 0530. I made this probably over 2 years ago, and it has always been rubbish ever since. I never liked it, but I'm trying to figure out where I told it to spawn. I don't think I selected it. X Valley Fly Coach Race. Couldn't I? Yes, because I know whose coachway is that? Oh, I know who it is. It's on the plane. That's Dave, isn't it? I think. Oh, hang on, it hasn't actually spawned. I think that's Dave Marston who runs coachways, I think. Because a lot of people are posting on Facebook, on the Facebook groups I'm in. A lot of the buses that he's bought that was taken out of Kilburnie, and they got a few photos of them leaving and stuff like that. A lot of the 900s and the 1300s, I've seen quite a lot. I've seen these. I've seen the V paint that they've put on them. Very, very nice. The nice white and green, very nice. With a hint of Go Wellington. Oh yep. Well, it has a hint of Go Wellington with the invert coachways above the door. Well, it has his number. Let's see. Let's turn the music down a bit. Let's quickly. It is. I think someone actually said, "Oh, that would be nice as a camper." Then, Dave responded saying, "Oh, it won't." He says it won't be a camper. It's going to stay as a bus, and it'll have the seats. And once he dies, it'll go to a bus preservation society. Don't think I'll ever let it be a camper. They got some Valley Fly purple with the Valley Fly logo. Oh, they do. Very nice. Still haven't painted them yet. Oh, this bus is a bit of fun. That's not a New Zealand bus, it's got a clean interior. It is! Too clean, it's a Merc. OMSI buyers 1354 and 1353. No Macca's on the seats. You're right there. Oh, green lights. And I'm in steam overload. This is cursed. Gotta say, I don't really like the if this is what Mercs are like, I don't really like Sataros, but this one I gotta say, I'm gonna go to the backseat thing, and when this thing goes, when it goes, it hoons. She's got some power to her. It certainly sounds like a voice when you have the retarder operated on the foot brake. it sounds like the motor ad is revving like mad. Good luck if you want to hear anything at the back, you can't. Charge on SG from Coachways and do an enthusiast tour. It's not a bad idea. There we go. Alas, it would probably cost tons. Oh, depends how many people would be interested. You could split the cost. The more people, the less it costs for everyone. If you were to have like 4 people, yeah, no point. Still streaming. Oh, but I'll be quitting soon. I'm just. Oh god, Jacob's here. Yeah, Jacob, I'm still streaming. I've been streaming since 7:30. Yeah, I'm gonna hit 3 hours if it kills me. And disappear. Come on. There we go. Let me go clear the bus stop. Same thing. And the gate's closing on me. I gotta drag out one more bus that I haven't touched in a while. I'll park this one up here. Where is that last bus? Bloody legend! Oh, I think this time I dragged out a Citra. Here we go! Allison B400R Citra. And let us select that one. The bus enthusiast stream it is. I just begin to show off my entire OMSI installation. I have these routes, these buses, I have this modded, this, that and the other. Another bus I've been driving recently is this Citra. I don't usually drive Citras, I'm usually sticking to MANs or Mercs. But this actually has an Allison gearbox I quite like. There we go. Oops. And we do have an Allison gearbox. We are in gear. Oh, broke off, there we go. It's got the traditional sound of a I like any bus that is free. This one is. Any bus that is free is good. In game or in real life. This one I quite like. It has the Allison transmission. It reminds me very much of a ZF. One thing I do quite like is there's this mode button down there. That is performance mode. You guys can probably notice how often it's changing gears by looking at these at the dial. I wouldn't mind a free bus IOL. I'm not even doing 50k. I'm already up to 5th gear. I'll put it in drag racing mode. That wasn't at full throttle. I'll put it in performance, and you'll notice how it holds on to gears a whole lot longer. Oh no, not the fishing domain! Oh no! I can hold the pause button. I think I'm gonna have to move it to daytime. I don't think it likes nighttime. I think it's gonna get a bit bugged. Not again. I'm gonna have to go daytime, lads. My computer can't handle the... There we go. Look at that. Still in 4th gear. Still in 4th gear. Oh, only just at 5th. Yeah. Let me do a loop round back to the depot and I'll have to call it a night for the stream because nearly 10:30. And I've got people. Time to go foot flat. Do a 24-hour stream. Longest OMSI2 stream in the world, jeez. I don't think I will. I don't think I'll last. I think 3 hours ain't bad. That's a good start. And then I'll move on to a standard 8-hour shift. Starting at 6 in the morning. Ending at like 2 in the afternoon or something like that. Or in OMSI time, that is. No time skipping. Oh, I'd have to plan that out. I would have to plan that. That would require some serious planning. NZ bus stream, we work for 10 hours but get paid for 8. Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, I'll totally just work for 10 hours, get paid for 8. Yeah. Get the Maccas and meme kits. What is the one I'm looking for? There it is. ALX400 RB7TL. Where's... Actually, where the hell is it? I can't find... Oh no, it's on a Volvo, isn't it? I'm bringing out a Volvo, lads. Here we go. ALX400. Flip dots, because we're going back to the 90s. And there are no LED signs. I played... 12 hours get paid for it. Do a clickbait video, right? So if I play OMSI for 24 hours straight, nothing else changes. Brilliant. I might as well show this off while I'm here before I wrap up. I will hit Control 8 though, because I'm gonna try and Alt Tab without the game crashing. So bear with me here. Oh, I might be successful in this. We shall find out in just a second. Oh. And let me just set up the views while you guys can't actually see it. Ha ha ha. It's being funny. The MMC. E200 MMC? I don't think so. I might have the E500. But I am in a bus. This is a right-hand drive bus. It has a Wayfarer. It is a Volvo. Crash DD again. Oh, this thing's interesting. The soy double decker. What happened, Jacob? I think he took a wrong turn. I like the technical image. I think he took a wrong turn and he's trying to do like a 20-point turn. But I have some. There's some. There's some green and blue here, lads. You can't see anything until now. I'm gonna have to build up some air pressure first. It's got too low here. Oh, hurry up and build. Did you vomit on a bus again? Well, I didn't. Regional Council did. I don't think the air pressure builds up very quickly on this bus. Time to move. You need sleep. Exactly, you don't need sleep. Try and make it to about. I will try. First I will lower. Let's give it a go. Let's get some speed up out on this main road, eh? Brakes are good. Oh, now they're moaning about low air. Low air's not a problem. I will beat the car. It's a bus driver. Eat shit, car. Let's go down here and let's get a run up. Oh, I'm not too sure she wants to flip, lads. I think I need more speed. I'm gonna have to control it with my mouse so I can make sudden movements. Out the way, out the way, out the way. I can only move my steering wheel so fast. I don't think she'll flip, lads. I think I've been trying to record this bus won't flip. It's not that kind of bus that it's so flip. I think what I will do is I'll work my way back to the depot somehow. Call it a night. How much does OMSI 2 cost? That is a very good question. I can go check that right now in a Steam overlay. None of you can see. 50 cents. It's ridiculously overpriced, frankly. For a donut. you'll do wait for a sale lot. Click there. Definitely wait for sale. I would never really bother with not on sale. Freezing wetness, here we go. Here's the only problem with this one, it doesn't really do anything because it's got anti-lock and it's got anti-skid. Alright. I can make it drift. But not at the end of the line. Yep, I can drive through anything. Try not to hit people. This is not the bus I want to be doing skids in. I gotta go old school. I'm talking 80s. Where do we have a man? We have one here. SD83. No, a bit more modern. SD84, here we go. Hit the meme kids next time they leave Macca's on the bus. You will not litter! Alright, well, let's spawn. I've got to go for something old school to make it drift or do anything that doesn't have, you know, anti-skid. I've got to go for an SD. Oh, there we go. Stuttered. There she goes. She's skidding. Honestly, I'm not very good at making a bus skid. Best map for uncontrolled bus behaviour is going to be going north on the test track I have. Passengers don't try to mug you. Yeah, they don't. Need some guy just dressed really sketch. Oh, yeah, I think that's gonna be it, lads. We've hit 3 hours and 10 minutes of constant streaming where I've done... Get the mean clocks. I think I've done 2 day routes, 1 night route, driving not in service. On the way back, give me all the money, bro. Driving all the way back to the depot, mucking around with a whole lot of... I don't think that text is right. Mucking around with a whole lot of buses. And the game's starting to lag. So I think that'll have to be it for the night. And it's good to see that people watch, so big thanks to you guys that watched, and yeah, keep an eye out for the next stream, next video, next anything. You're getting better, we got the goal. We got that goal in 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah, eventually. Eventually. One day, one day. Oh, that would take us so damn long to process on YouTube. Like, oh my lord. That would take longer than 24 hours just to process. Oh, the fun. Oh well. See you guys. You all have a good one, and thanks for watching. I will enjoy the bus spotting on Monday. I'll make sure I get a lot of images, and make sure I actually upload them rather than just leaving them on the camera. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.